Trillium.
Okay. I did my presentation on a program called Just Soup. Just Soup is a program at the St. Paul's Episcopal Church that provides free soup on Wednesdays to anyone in the community. I learned about Just Soup from my former teacher, Mrs. Marston. That's a picture of Mrs. Marston. She used to take me there every Wednesday, take me in her class, and we would go and serve soup, and on the way we would play games and do spelling and poetry. And she recently passed away. So I did it in honor of her taking me there. If there was no programs like Just Soup, then there would be more hungry people in the community because it provides free soup to anyone who needs it. And if there will be less hungry people. This is a picture of the St. Paul's Episcopal Church, the room where the Just Soup is held, and that is the sign. The starter of Just Soup is a woman named Linda McKenzie. That's a picture of her and me. She had a vegetable garden at the church that she wanted to use, so she said we should make soup for the homeless. We should make food for the homeless. And then they had the idea of not just providing soup to the homeless, but anyone in the community and anyone who needed it. On the first day, they got 7 volunteers and only served 3 bowls of soup. And now they are serving over 6,000 bowls of soup a year, and they've been doing that for 4 years. It will be 4 years on August 6th. There are approximately 550 volunteer slots filled a year and 7 to 15 a week. That is a picture of me interviewing Linda, the organizer and starter. That's how I got a lot of my information. If there wasn't support from the community, then they would not have as many ingredients and they probably wouldn't be able to do it as frequently as every week if they didn't have support from the community. Each week, Panda Amore donates about 13 loaves of bread, and the food bank donates ingredients. There are additional offerings such as applesauce, sometimes pear sauce, lemonade, iced tea, chips, and there are cookies. There are always cookies or brownies or something sweet. And there was a woman who visited from New Jersey who liked Just Soup so much that every month she sends in a batch of cookies. And Linda freezes them and serves them each week, and sometimes she gets cookies at the store just to make sure that there's enough. There are other ingredients that are purchased at QFC, the Safeway, and Costco. There's a program at the co-op called the Beans for Bags program. It's the program where there's a big glass jar, and every time you bring a shopping bag, you get a bean, and it's 5 cents that goes toward a non-profit organization. They have little slips there, and I filled out one that nominated Just Soup for that. I wrote out a donation letter to 4 different grocery stores in town: QFC, Safeway, the Co-op, and Aldrich's. I haven't quite finished this project, but I'll finish it over the summer. It's asking for donations for Just Soup, but I did get an email, I got an email from the co-op that said they don't want to just give one big donation, but they're going to keep giving donations each week to the program because they feel strongly about giving food to the people who need it. This is a copy of my letter. Sorry, I can't read it, but they measure the impact by counting the number of people and the number of bowls served. Here is a graph. Oops, sorry. Good. Wait, of people served, and that's a picture of me taking away someone's bowl. When you go in there, you just sit down, and then there's 5 waiters that will walk around, and when they see you, they'll ask you what kind of soup you want, and you tell them, and then you get a bowl under like 30 seconds, and then when they see that you have finished, they'll walk around, and when they see that you finished, you will get your bowl taken away from you, or they will ask you if you'd like another one, and you can have as many as you want. This is the overall bowl served while I was here each week. Last week I wasn't able to do it because I wouldn't have had enough time to graph all that data, but they served 153 bowls last week. This is the people I served. They don't count that, but I counted that for my project. I really enjoyed this when I was with my teacher, Mrs. Marston, and that's why I did it again, because it was fun and it's community service. So I said I want to do that for my capstone then, and I will probably keep doing this. On early release Wednesday at Blue Heron, or I don't know if I could serve there, but I'll definitely eat there. And the organizer of Just Soup sees the program getting bigger and bigger, and she said that she hears people talking about it outside of the St. Paul's Episcopal Church, and people tell people, and a lot of new people are coming, and the number of people that they've gotten has just grown and grown and grown. And there are additional programs, like Linda's going to have a doctor come in and give health advice the first Wednesday of the month. And does anyone know who Joey Pippi is? Oh yeah. Okay. He comes up and does magic at your table like every 8 weeks. Oh no, it's not 8 weeks, sorry. 4 weeks. Okay. There is going to be 4 years on August 6th, and Linda had people vote on their favorite soup. Every time you got your bowl of soup, it would come with a little piece of paper, and you voted on your favorite soup. And whichever one gets the most votes, she's going to make for the anniversary party on Wednesday. And I want you all to come to that. It's on Wednesday from 11:30 to 2, and every Wednesday. Okay, this is a picture of some of the volunteers on my last week there. There's a couple missing, but that's my presentation. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, and that's my sister and me at the side. Does anyone have any questions? Jenny?
Do you guys ever run out of soup before everyone's served?
One time when we were at, like, it was almost over, we ran out of one of the pots. We ran out of the meat pot, but the meat pot is basically this big around and about this tall. So it's very hard to run out, and yeah, it is. It is like a cauldron. So that's only happened once, I think.
Who makes the soup, and how much do you normally make?
Oh, right. the organizer, Linda, makes the soup, and sometimes she gets the help of a guest chef, and they normally make like this much. They're like as much as you can fit in a pot that big. That's all.
I was surprised that you said that you get to choose what kind of soup you want. I assumed that they just made one variety.
Well, they make
so they
make 3 soups each day.
They do. Wow.
One's always a vegan, and there's usually a vegetarian and a meat. Or there's always a vegetarian and a meat.
Makes sense. Yeah.
You see?
You started out, Trillium, talking about how you served and cleared the plates. And that was your role.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel? It's sort of an honor to serve people who are in need. Were you proud of yourself?
Yeah. We always have a reflection at the end of the day, and it was the one for the graduates was, what was your favorite part about doing your capstone? And for me, it was doing the work. It wasn't putting the presentation together, but it was doing the work. So I think it was nice. I liked it. Anna?
At Just Soup, it sounds to me like there are people there who maybe are really hungry, and that might be their best meal of the day.
Yeah.
But it sounds like there's also people there who can afford to have their own lunch,
yes.
but they choose to come.
Yes.
Did you find that?
Yes.
True?
I know a lot of people that come there, and I know a lot of them, and they are homeless. So, yeah, that's very true.
So it seems like it brings people together that wouldn't otherwise be together.
Yeah. There's I can't remember, there's like 6 tables with about 7 chairs around them, and you just talk to everyone at your table, and you meet new people. Michael?
I was wondering if, let's say you go for soup and you can afford it, but you're going there for the community, can you also make a donation while you're there? It's like a donation bucket?
Yeah, there is. Linda, the organizer, asks for donations in church, but every time you go there, you can, she doesn't ask for donations, but you can donate money. There is a club, a Rotary Club. They have like a little gear ship wheel on as their logo, and they donated $100 when they were visiting.